No, we won't. Just roll call when you're ready. Yeah.
Okay. Hello and welcome to the train board meeting for the Kyle Train Depot. It's Monday, August 18th, 6:06, and I call the meeting to order. Can I have a roll call, please?
Davis,
Here.
Carroll, Spina,
Here.
Gibson,
Yes.
Del Frate, Crosby, Herbert.
Here.
And I have a quorum, so we have a meeting. Welcome one and all. Let us go ahead and approve the minutes from the previous meeting. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes? Has everyone read them, first of all?
I read it. I motion to approve.
You motion to approve, Anthony? Seconded by Bob. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Minutes are approved. Let me get on my glasses. We have a citizens' comment period now. The train board welcomes comments from citizens. Those wishing to speak are encouraged to sign in before the meeting begins. Speakers may be provided with an opportunity to speak during this time period on any agenda item or any other matter concerning train depot board business. They must observe the 3-minute time limit. Are there any speakers signed up? All right, we will move on from that. We now have staff reports and presentations. I believe we have Melissa to give us an update on several things.
Yes, thank you, board members. I think my friend's going to help me bring this up, but I have some good news. The contract has been signed for the roof repairs going on for the caboose across the street. So we're very excited to state that these caboose repairs should be well underway. Thank you for picking the roof color back in June. So that Portland stone will be used as the roof color for this. And again, we signed up with the Garland Company to do those roof repairs. And they're saying it'll take about 6 weeks to do that. So I think
Is that going to be 6 weeks from today or 6 weeks once they start?
I think 6 weeks from when they start.
Okay. And do they have a projected start date?
I don't know when the pre-con is. I think literally the contract was signed like right when we were posting the agenda. So I would say they'll probably do this pre-construction meeting maybe in like a week or two and then schedule it out. And it'll be 6 weeks total for that. So I'm hoping before the holidays for sure. It'd be nice to have that tarp down and off and not need it anymore before the
Yes, it
holidays.
will.
I really wanted to get you kind of thinking about some of the interior repairs that are going to be needed after the roof gets replaced. I know we generally talked about that roof first, and then let's talk about caboose interior. I think just so you know, the city, I've worked with facilities really to talk about budgeting for the interior repairs to be next fiscal year's budget, which starts in October. So this roof was under this 24-25 fiscal year, and we're really looking at the interior repairs being out of this 25-26 fiscal year that starts in October. I really just wanted to get with you guys if there was any, honestly, if you knew anyone that did kind of these small scale repairs, if you had any ideas on that, if there was anything historical in nature or something that you knew might be an issue with this, anything that would help me, maybe help our facilities department when we go out to kind of get this understanding of what, if anything, would be needed for kind of these interior repairs that would be done for that.
Well, I know the caboose is, an all-wood structure. And you can clearly see in a lot of the pictures that we have the damage that's going on besides the roof, interior roof damage. There's some rot in some of the corners.
Yep.
And along a couple of the walls, around several of the windows.
Yep.
So I know that it's probably going to involve stripping off most of the interior siding and then finding out how we can put that back on and save as much as the original as we can. But I
Okay.
realize we're probably going to have to replace some as well. And then also I noticed that in my investigation that the interior walls were insulated.
Oh,
And I think that caused part of the problem. The water would get in there and then keep the whole caboose wet for weeks until it dried out. So I think a less water-friendly insulation should be used, a foam or just something that doesn't absorb
Absorb.
water and keep it around. Could be the styrofoam, whatever.
like spray insulation type stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comes in a sheet.
Oh, that's true too, yeah.
Either that or a spray foam or some
Porous.
non-absorbent
Yep.
material. Other than that, I think it's straightforward. There's a lot of repair that needs to be done.
Yep.
It's just gonna have to be piece by piece, section by section.
This caboose was used as a summer house, the room for Charles Natch's son. So I don't know how much of the interior, I mean, like you said, it has insulation. I don't know how much of the interior wood is original.
I imagine most of it.
You think?
I think we did the most work by putting the air conditioning system in. I don't believe that it had an air conditioning system before.
No, but I meant like
Especially
when
not
when
like
Nash had it.
Right.
You know, whether or not he replaced all the interior, put in insulation, that kind of thing.
I don't know. I know it was a red interior, and I don't remember if Charles Nash said it was fabric or was it just painted red? Do you remember what he said about that? But I have a feeling it's the right type of lumber, it's the right size. So whatever was used afterwards was
No,
period correct, so.
yeah,
Okay.
it could be repaired to match.
Yeah, I think
I
just
think it'd be
repaired
fine.
to
I'm just
match.
saying versus a lot of effort with concern for historical, actual wood. I mean, obviously the wood frame would be original,
Yeah,
stuff like that, yeah, so that would be our concern, maybe the wood frame, but I think a lot of what you see has been replaced.
Okay.
since.
somewhat.
The last
And I know
100
the
years.
benches obviously were
Yeah.
not there. And that might be something we could remove if we're gonna do interior work, removing the benches. They're currently used for storage. I'm not sure exactly a storage of what, but the county has the keys for those. They're around someplace, but,
It should be the same key.
yeah, but we could get rid of those because those are not accurate representations of the benches or the beds that would have been in there.
Okay,
So if we could might be worth, I'll investigate a little more, but it might be worth just stripping those out and having it bare versus or reconstructing it where there's only one bed
okay.
in there. But
Makes
that's about
sense.
all I have. Do you have anything, Bob?
The only thing, I mean, the bed, that, from my experience when I was in Kyle Academy, that's just a place for people to sit
Yeah,
when somebody's talking and going through the,
yeah.
Oh, the kids love it.
Yeah, the kids, if
It's
we
nice and
have,
padded.
we did have school kids come in, and it's a good place to put them. We can
Yeah.
have them sit down and not mill about. So having some bench or something in there would be a good idea, but I don't know if we shouldn't just put a bench in versus have
What we
what
have.
looks like a bed that would not have been in there. But they did have benches. They would stick an actual bench in some of these sometimes.
Yeah,
Especially in the early days, because they just started off with a box car with a hole in the roof. Stuck some boxes underneath it, put a chair on top, and stuck their head out the window, out the roof. So
Okay.
that might be the way to go. We'll have to do some more investigating on that. I think if we all kind of look into caboose interiors, see what we can find, we'll compare notes, and we'll see what we want to do as far as those benches being removed. The little desk is fine, the stove's fine,
Oh, stoves, yeah, we went through that for that.
all of that, so.
That's,
That'd
that
be-
was even
that'd be
older than
great.
the caboose.
Yeah, the stove is actually older than the caboose. It's an
Oh,
actual, real Missouri Pacific caboose stove.
1981?
1881.
I think.
Okay,
91 or 91, something like that.
something about that. It's 19th century,
Yeah, the caboose is from 28 or 29.
1929.
Yeah, so.
Sorry.
All right, that'd be great. I guess if you could get kind of your wants and needs or any kind of particular projections on really what you think interior should be done wise, we can work with facilities to really make sure we get some good bids on that, knowing like what we want to keep, what we want to kind of repair, and then what, if anything, we're willing to replace and or remove type thing. So I think those would be great to know. So thank you. I think that'll help me kind of narrow that down for truly kind of the interior repairs now that we're going to get that roof done in the next couple of weeks, next couple of months, I guess.
Okay.
And then again, they're saying about 6 weeks for that. I will email you when I get a better updates, just so you can know and share it with the historical commission too, with Hayes County, so we can really kind of understand. And then I'm excited about really kind of getting this project done, hopefully before the holidays here, like that we won't have.
Well,
a
that would be
funky-
awesome if we could
Yeah.
have it for Christmas, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll get with Jose and make sure that we're well underway. But the contract was signed like literally last week,
You can get all
so.
those decorations put back up on top. We get
Yeah.
Santa.
Well, I don't think we're gonna go with decorations on the top of the caboose anymore. We'll just keep the two carts together. It looked fine last year. We'll put lights on it.
Yeah, and then I think, other than that, I was just going to say, looking for this board, really kind of getting our holiday schedules lined up. Gosh, I mean, we're already in September. It seems like for sure the holidays are well upon us already for this holiday season. I know you guys do a lot in conjunction with kind of our downtown festivities. I was just talking to Hood about Founder's Day and some different things, so we'll make sure that we kind of link up and maybe we can do some cross-pollination of events and activities for that. So I'm excited about continuing with that. And then if you could give me the list on some of the interior repairs. I think, as you know, these bids take time, on kind of getting that sadly. So the sooner you get me that, knowing that the fiscal year starting, next month or October 1st, we can really start setting up those parameters. This is a unique project. You're not going to get everyone to bid on a small kind of caboose, rehab. So it might take us some time to find some people that are willing to even bid on it. But if we can have a better understanding of what we're trying to seek, I think that could help us kind of facilitate, I guess, some of that as well.
Now, as far as the roof, one of the questions I have is it used to have a walkway that went across the top, and that was pretty standard. But with this new roof, is it pretty much just given that we were going to eliminate the walkway?
I think so. I think if you looked at that metal seaming roof from the last kind of caboose structure, it seemed like a pretty one standard metal seam roof for that. So, yes, I don't think.
Okay,
I don't think there was kind of a walkway on that.
okay. Yeah, I would not think so. While a lot of them did have walkways, some didn't too, so it would still fit in. I just was curious.
Yeah, I think that we were looking for watertight, standing seam metal roof to do this with that. Yeah.
And then another question, on the end towards the depot, the overhang creates the porch out in front, those pieces of lumber underneath are completely destroyed. Are they gonna be replacing that?
I think that will be part of the interior repair. So I think truly the roof is the roof and exterior, but I think kind of, you're right, when you walk underneath to get in, all of that is rotten too. I think that would be replaced as part of kind of the interior.
What doesn't, if there's any other structure, I would assume
That would be,
that would be
yes,
replaced.
yes.
So it depends.
I think that's part of the structure. So.
Is it? So maybe it is.
Yeah.
I
And
will
then
see.
the one
Let's ask
area
Jose on that.
inside where it's kind of cracked the lumber from the roof, and you can see the crack in the photo. I believe that's gonna probably have to be fixed at the time of the roof as well.
Okay,
But the inside boards, we can replace those.
yeah.
And just get it to stop leaking
Yes,
would be the key.
yep. And then I think we generally talked a little bit last time, like truly painting the exterior of the main building, that would be the following fiscal year. So that would be 26, 27. So I think we're looking at having that on the,
Termites with the building.
Bob just asked if there was a question about termites in the building, and I talked to the county. They're doing some termite remediation, but I don't know. We'll have to see here in a couple weeks how effective it is, because there should be a termite bloom before the end of the year, and then
okay.
we'll see that. But that might be something the city might help with too.
Okay.
Is we may have to get in there and be very aggressive to get
Yeah,
them.
to prevent
Yeah.
to prevent any damage
wall
on
from
that.
falling off or something.
Perfect. Because the county's doing like some of the window repair and different things.
They're
on the
doing
main
as
building.
much as they can, yeah. We don't have that big a budget. They mostly come out and try and maintain what's going on. So I've asked them to look into the window. They're looking into getting a glazer and all of that and figuring out when they can get him out there. And they
Okay.
have some other windows they're trying to repair as well, so they should be on that. And they do quite a bit of the little small repair work, so
Thank you.
we'll keep them doing that, and then anything major will come to the city probably.
Perfect. Well, let me know how I can help facilitate some of that too, if needed. That was honestly pretty much it that I had for this. I wanted to let you know that, yes, this is coming soon. Future kind of agenda items too, that the city's looking at updating some of the landscaping for the railroad property along Center Street. I'm absolutely going to bring that back. We're looking at hiring a landscape architect to help out with that. I want you to be players at the table for that too. So this will be something that's coming back before it. I just don't have anything yet to share on that. But I'm hoping in the next couple of months to have something in that regards that we can participate in that discussion.
Now, we noticed that the trees out in front of the park area by the caboose are getting pretty heavy and starting to weigh down the branches, and it's cutting off access a little bit, and it's certainly cutting into the parking space, just because they're hanging so low. Can we ask the Parks Department to come by and clean those up? Or
Yep.
get an arborist in to actually take a look at the one that looks like it's dying, and see if we can save that one as well?
I will, yes, I'll definitely talk to kind of our internal group and then see if we need to get some external help on that. But yes, I will start with.
Yeah, because
with
I'd hate
that.
to lose some of the branches of that oak from it getting too heavy. And the one that's in magnificent shape should be okay, but a big storm.
But look at pruning in general, yep.
Right, just in
Yep.
general, just to lighten the thing up. And then the other one looks a little sickly, so if we could figure out something there, that would be wonderful.
That'd be great.
And I guess the city has given up on putting plaques back on those named trees. I do want to express that is something that the city went to great pains to create plaques for those trees because they were named trees
Oh.
for individuals. And they were supposed to have plaques on them.
Like sponsored donored type
They were
trees?
donated trees, and
Okay.
they were named after people with city approval. And the city agreed to recognize them by putting a plaque on the tree. The wind came along and ripped the plaques off the tree.
Oh,
They don't seem to think they can put a in-ground plaque for some reason. But they seem to have just given up on ideas and how they would attach them. But I would like to have that revisited if possible,
absolutely.
so that we can get those names back on those trees to recognize those individuals who were important in Kyle histories.
Absolutely. This, I will say this is the first I've heard of this. So yeah, let me see if I can, if you could send me any information that you have on that, and then I will look on my side
have
as
to
well, and then we can absolutely have that discussion.
Yeah, I'll have to try and remember who they were dedicated
Yeah.
to. It's been a while since those plaques have been up, about 2 years, so. They made it about 8-10 months after they were put up, and then that was,
Well, we have a lot of new staff at the city too. So yes, any information you have would be helpful, and then I can track down from my end as well.
great. Anything else? Anybody have any comments from their desires, wants, needs? All good.
Don't believe so.
I think I've
Thank you.
caught up on my list, so
Thank you. I appreciate it.
there'll be more,
There's always something.
always more. All right, do we have anything else we need to discuss? Anyone want to bring up any other
No?
subjects for next meeting or anything? We pretty much all buttoned up? All right.
Happy with the
Well-
list we have?
Having no more further business, I guess I will adjourn this meeting. Thank you.